Gentlemen, welcome back. Modern Patriot Actual, and today we're going to keep the theme of gear going and go through what I keep on me as an everyday carry and what I keep in my Toyota Tundra as a minimal system for the things that get me by day to day. So let's jump right into it and talk about what I always have on my person. Alright guys, let's run through what I keep on my body at all times. So my everyday carry is just like all my other equipment. It is simple. It's good proven equipment that really I've been able to just narrow down, and it's really minimal. Nothing fancy, just quality. So really starting with the base of it all, I use a core belt. So if you don't know about these, the ratchet is what they're really known for. So you can scale up and scale down depending on how big your lunch is or whether or not you're carrying inside the waistband or not. This is my second one in about 4 years. I had a black one, and I used to mow and ride on a mower. This back end kind of got crimped down. So I picked up a new one. I went with brown this time, but for what I got out of it, definitely worth just the price to pick up another belt and keep the same buckle was about $30. So no brainer, just kind of grab a new one when the old one was getting some wear points, but it held up really well for a gun belt. So get yourself a good quality gun belt. Without that, it's everyday carry gets a lot tougher with a gun. So let's talk about the gun. Glock 19, absolutely nothing fancy here. Got a Glock 19, came with the Ameriglow sights for I think $60 extra is what they added on to it. So I took those, haven't done a thing to it, just a standard Glock 19. I am carrying it in, so Haley Strategic G-Code. This is the original. G-Code was first. This is the G-Code Incog. So very simple design, cut out everything you absolutely don't need. Has the little kicker there to keep that tight to your body to press against the belt so that your pistol grip's not flaring out. Keeps everything really nice and tight. I used to carry a T-Rex arm sidecar, so it's sort of married to a pistol and a mag at all times. But getting this, it allows me to drop the mag if I just want to carry the pistol and go super minimal. Or I can add it on and I have the mag with me. The mag holster, it can be switched. So if you pick one up secondhand, you can just move that around left to right handed. You know, I obviously go mags facing the pistol for that really easy draw, but easy to scale up or scale down there. So I like the G-Code, I like the Incog. Knife is a Benchmade Griptilian. I got this for a Father's Day present about 6 or 7 years ago. It's just held up really great. Beat up from the year's use, but I mean really opening boxes, tearing things down, doing everything that you need a everyday carry knife to kind of do. Really light, just a smooth, reliable system. Keeps a good edge. I really like the Benchmade. Not sure how I feel completely about this Pelican wallet. I have been trying it out this summer. I just really wanted, instead of carrying a wallet in my back pocket and the phone, I like to just have them together, put them in my back pocket. It holds 4 cards is what I can shove in this side and a few bills over on the left side. I know that seems really minimal, but I've been doing it all summer and I haven't needed anything more. I'll carry a business credit card, a debit card, and an ID. Sometimes I'll swap that one of the second credit cards for an insurance card if absolutely needed. But most of the time I can keep that kind of thing in my truck. If I'm going to the doctor, if I'm doing something like that, I scale up, I scale down, I swap things in depending what the mission is for the day. But it kind of forces me like a pack to stay minimal, where if I took a bigger wallet that holds 12 cards, I'm probably going to carry 12 cards that I don't need. Going on to the watch. This is the GD 350. So I specifically went on a hunt for this watch and got this exact model. I've had G-codes forever, but I picked this one up a couple years ago because I wanted to see which G-Shock has the vibration alarm. So I can set an alarm 5:30, middle of the night, whenever I want to set that alarm, and it's not beeping and driving my wife crazy. Just kind of that silent wake up, and then it's the black, so it's not like red, it's not shiny, it's I guess it's got some silver there, but I like the face, the dark kind of face. I don't know, it's better. But that is the G-Code watch. And then my keys, there's nothing special on those. I have an extra key for just key padlocks that lock a few things up in my truck, and a clip so that I can clip it onto a belt loop and go about my day. But that's it for what's always on my body. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not gonna have a big awesome pocket dump for you so that I look cooler or can get a great Instagram photo. This is what I will have on me whenever I'm out, and it's been really reliable for me. Like I said, I just kind of scale up depending on what the mission is. So that's why I have my work bag, that's why I have my truck. I have those things where I can supplement tools and kind of scale up or scale down depending on what I need. So let's get into that and go into the work bag and then go into the truck. Okay, we should be able to do this part pretty quick. This is my work bag. I'm not going to bore you with it too much. This is the GoRuck messenger bag, or the GoRuck shoulder bag. And I went back and forth between a briefcase style bag and a backpack for what I do. And this thing finally kind of decided to bite the bullet and spend a little bit more money on a bag, and I'm really happy I have. Once I purchased it and started using it, I knew it was the right fit. So wax canvas, thing's gonna last forever and just look better the more you beat it up. So on the outside, I'll shove my phones in here on the way to work. I keep that second extra mag on the outside of my work bag, and a big Sharpie or job marker. Some of the only things I have in here that are pertinent to what we're talking about, kind of mission essential, right? So for me, that's an iPad, highlighters, pens, business cards, a laser. I do keep a field notes pocket in here for jotting down quick notes if the phone or the iPad isn't cutting it. This is where I keep my flashlights. So this Surefire model is one output, one touch is low, two touches is high. It has the beam that is meant to spread through a room instead of being more like a spotlight. So when I'm looking in a maintenance room or looking at utilities, it shines even light across the room. It's a good light. I will tag it down below, and I'll throw up the model up here as well. For me, I've got headphones, an extra mouse, computer charger. Nothing too mission critical there. The only other thing that is always in my work bag is my Leatherman. This is the Wave Plus. I used this for years as a water pump mechanic. It's got just the right kind of set that I needed and that I use the most. But Leatherman has so many good options. You know, get what works for you. But the really nice thing that we ended up getting was, I will link this down below as well, and I'll throw the name of it up here so that you can see it. But this thin metal kind of holster for the Leatherman Wave, and they make them for all the different Leathermans, goes on the belt, easy in and out, literally a holster for your Leatherman. So I'm not carrying this big ugly nylon pouch that I gotta deal with Velcro. Great addition if you're a Leatherman guy. So I do keep that in there. And then the only other thing, this is a huge pocket, so it can hold, really, I've been able to keep boxers, shorts, and a shirt if I'm going on a quick trip. I've been able to kind of really beef up, load up that outside pocket, and then just in the back is just a laptop. So that is the work bag, but kind of a few things that it always has. It has my Leatherman, it has my light, and it's got Sharpies, which are always useful. So let's get into the truck. Okay, gentlemen, we're in the truck now. This is a 2018 Toyota Tundra, so that's kind of what I'm dealing with, but I would just adjust for whatever vehicle I was really driving. It's going to have the same kind of things. In my glove box, I keep it really empty. It's just got the manuals, some napkins, pens and pencils, nothing special, nothing tactical that would be in any other normal truck. So really simple, nothing to see there. I do keep just dedicated driving sunglasses in the truck, so I always have extra eye pro, extra sunglasses just for driving. Over here, I've always got a water source with me, so today it's a Yeti, sometimes it's a jug. I do keep my Eberly stock bino harness in the truck. I'm a bow hunter, so if I get the opportunity to glass a field, I do have my Vortex Diamondbacks with me. These are just the 10x42 power for where I live in kind of the dense wooded areas of Ohio. It works for me. Might need some more power if you're out west or can see a little further. The rest of the stuff in there is just kind of bow hunting specific, but I do have an extra headlamp in there. Always like having my headlamps around, one in the top of my assault pack, one on the bino harness at all times. So if I need a headlamp to do things around the truck, it is right there. Moving into this big trunk of a console that is the Tundra console. If you have a Tundra, you know what I'm talking about. Chargers for both my phones, they take different chargers, and a battery block, always something good to have so you can charge your phones and stay communicated there. I have a CPR mask in here that goes along with the IFAK I have in the truck. I was a rescue swimmer in the Marine Corps, so I know that chest compressions are the thing now as far as CPR, but in a drowning situation, you can always do rescue breaths, so I keep a CPR mask with me. I do have what would be a small kind of hygiene kit in here. I've got some sunblock, I've got toothpaste, toothbrush, and of course, more dude wipes in the truck, always ready to go in case I need to go. A pen and a notepad just for work, jotting down notes. If I'm on the phone, got to pull over, take some notes on a phone call. Good to have. I have a lunch ready to go, so 3 packets of tuna for me. It's good protein, good calories to get in. And I've got a pair of fast fit mechanics gloves. So just the happy medium of needing to throw something on, do some work around the truck, load up some wood, do some minimal work. They're always in the truck. I use them all the time, so it's a good thing to have in the console. And for my job, a tape measure. So that really does it for the console. I keep things very clean and bare. Got some armor all in there, always able to wipe down my truck. The only other things kind of right within reach, I do have the tourniquet in the door jamb right there. So always quick access to a tourniquet. And then right behind me, I have my Spirit of Systems headrest IFAK. So I got a full IFAK in all my vehicles right on the back of the headrest. I can get to it with either hand if I'm in the truck, and easy to grab from the back seat if I need to open up the truck and get the IFAK. So that kind of all works together. There are tourniquets in here, but I've got that quick tourniquet on the door. I've got my IFAK, and I've got a mask. So then the only other thing I have really close to me is a fire extinguisher under the front seat. So that kind of does it for the front. Let's slide into the back. Okay guys, we're here at the back of the truck. Sorry for the little lighting change, a little bit of wardrobe change. Last night I had to cut the video short to go in and do my nightly routine, have my daughter read to me, do those things that are more important than making YouTube videos. But let's get right back into the back of the truck. Like I talked about on the front, this is where that Spirit of Systems IFAK gets attached, so it's easy to reach from the front or coming in here to the back. Behind the seat, we just have some family things, dog leashes, the things I need for the way I live my life. Your mileage may vary. Let's talk about this box right here. So this is an MTM, one of the case guard cases. This is their big flat, like 4-inch square box. I've got these in both my vehicles. Just got some side of the road high vis stuff. We've got my Leatherman. After doing my research online, I landed on this battery pack charger. This is the Leatherman 4250 amp jump starter, 160 PSI air compressor. Can't tell you how many times I have used this on my vehicles, my tires, other people's tires, other people's vehicles. I was just at the gas station 2 weeks ago, and a woman couldn't get her GMC SUV started by jumping it the original way, so conventional way. So I came in with the box and jumped that thing right up. So very useful, great investment. I think that one's about $120. I've already got my money's worth out of it. It's a great piece of kit. I've got one of these easy little craftsman's kits. Just with 10 millimeter, I can do a whole lot on a Toyota. We do have a Vehicle X patch kit to go along with the compressor. I've got some road flares, some duct tape, WD-40, a crescent wrench, vice grips, and I love my channel locks. Not a lot I can't do on the side of the road with those and a 7-in-1 screwdriver, along with that Craftsman kit. A few extra little lights, electrical tape, things to take care of minor issues, but definitely things you need on the side of the road. But just kind of easy to throw all in there and gets packed up and sits behind the driver's side seat here. Also behind the driver's side seat, I've got one of these little first aid kits. We give them out at work, so I got this from work, but the little Johnson & Johnson ones, yes, you can build your own, you can throw Band-Aids together, but if you go and you get the good stuff, the price is pretty comparable, so the value is there. I do like this just for the kids, for cuts and scrapes, the little stuff, right? This is the boo-boo kit of the truck. The IFAC and the trauma kit is there, so you've got kind of those different levels of medical. That leaves underneath the seat. So for me, the truck gun is a Mossberg 500. So as you can tell, this one is just a spray painted, beat up old shotgun, got a great deal on it. I choose the shotgun for its versatility. So I'm loaded up with slugs and then buckshot in here. And then I keep a Spirit Systems fanny pouch, which is kind of my go-to shotgun accessory, whether I'm hunting, in the truck, wherever I'm at, to hold a lot of shells. So easy to throw on and be able to replenish your shotgun from a fanny pack. I don't want to go too much into the truck gun conversation today. That does change sometimes. That's been a rifle before with an LPVO. It's been a lever action, and it's been a shotgun. Right now it's a shotgun, and for my environment and also the more utility kind of use of a shotgun for dispatching an animal, or using it in a shooting capacity, I think the shotgun plays a great role. So I do run a shotgun right now, very confident in that. I keep a Whoopee in my truck year round, and then as we get into the winter, that pluses up to a few wool blankets. Blankets for the kids are already in there, so always, you know, keeping that warmth ready to go. I've got ratchet straps in a bag, and then I also have kind of stuffed underneath the seat here. I have the conventional way of doing it. I've got some old heavy gauge jumper cables that do come in handy in a pinch. So I've got redundancy there of multiple ways to jump. Also tucked up underneath the seat that I'm not going to pull back or pull out is a crowbar. Moving things, accessing things, just another tool to have in there. On the other side of the truck, I really don't have anything. Everything's kind of on this side that I operate from the driver's side. Got my daughter's car seat, you know, necessity, and a trash can that I hang behind the passenger seat. But that really does it for the truck. Now, I know this isn't an all-inclusive list. During the winter, this kind of stacks up a little bit more. Recovery rope goes into the back, a couple soft hitches, a recovery point for the hitch in my truck. You scale up and you scale down depending on the mission, and that's what it's all about. This isn't a bug out vehicle. This isn't a off-road vehicle. This is a commuting vehicle that I use that has the materials and equipment that I need day to day. So please hit like, subscribe if you haven't. We're starting to grow towards that 1,000 mark. Really looking forward to that. Thanks everybody who's subscribed so far. Drop a comment down below on your everyday carry on your truck. I love hearing what everyone is running across the country, things you can't live without, things you can, right? How can we make it more minimal? So thanks for watching this far. I'll see you next time. Modern Patriot Actual, out.